Welcome back to Fast RC, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are going to cover the Maxx Slash, which was just released today, or at least it was announced. Talk about some of the rumors that we covered in our last video, what came true, what I whiffed on, but more importantly, we're going to cover some thoughts and things and reasons why I think this truck is actually a good thing. So you're going to want to stick around towards the end so you hear those thoughts. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so we're going to do a super quick rundown. I'm not going to take up too much of your guys' time. There's reviews out there from MSM and other different places that are going to have this truck and have reviews out way faster than I am. So I'm not going to waste any time on a review. We're just going to cover some of the details real quick, and then we're going to talk about some initial thoughts and why I think this is a good truck. So right off the bat, one of the things I talked about in my last video was the price. So surprisingly, I was only off by 4 cents on the price. So $699.95, not $69.99.99. Yeah, you get it. I was off by 4 cents, so it was pretty close. I know some people in the comments also came with the price of $699. Seen on some other videos, people guessing $699, so all good guesses by us. I'm glad it's not any higher. I think $699 is, about the max. No pun intended, but about the max I'd go on that one. All right, so we got the price out of the way. Looks like they're taking pre-orders. Truck looks amazing. Just a really big version of the Slash. I really love the bumpers, but let's keep going. So right off the bat, we talked about the electronics in the last video. It's got the UDR Power System 6S VXL. You can see it compared here to the Slash. It is significantly bigger. This part we didn't know about, the max strength. So it looks like the drive shafts are the outboard drive shafts. Are a hybrid metal slash plastic type of mix, which is supposedly supposed to be stronger. So that's going to be interesting to see how it holds up from a durability standpoint. We definitely see here that it's coming with belted tires, so we knew that already. But definitely a nice touch, especially when you have 6S power. And then just looking at more images of the Slash next to the X or the Maxx Slash. Gosh, I don't know if they'll ever come out with the X Maxx Slash, but who knows at this point. Cool video here. You guys have probably already seen that. We'll keep on rolling. More talk about the steel core hybrid drive shafts, 6S, 70 mile per hour with an upgraded, with a bigger pinion gear, what it looks like on the chart. We'll get to that. Engineered for power. Like I said, not want to spend too much time on this. Basically looks like the drivetrain system has been updated. I do like the integrated wheelie bar. I know I forgot to touch on that in my last video. Keep on rolling. New aggressive short course body. Likes that. Looks reinforced. I thought this was really interesting, this part here. So it looks like they're going to come right off the bat. They're going to have accessories for this truck. Like, they're not wasting any time. Looks like you can get your aluminum knuckles, different aluminum shock caps, other parts, aluminum bracing. So this is really interesting. Aluminum motor mounts, axle carriers, shock caps, all sorts of stuff. So that's kind of cool. And I'm not going to dive too much further in this because this is part of my final thoughts. So let's just go past this. We got a little photo gallery here. Nice action shots. It's kind of cool. Love these images. This is stuff that I would love to do someday as a YouTube channel, to take images and videos like this, but I don't have this equipment yet. Measurements. So this is the stuff. This is what I geek out on, and this is this type of stuff that I love. So first and foremost, talk about the wheelbase. That I know I spent quite a bit of time talking about the wheelbase, and there was somebody in the comments that talked about how it looks like the wheelbase in this truck is going to be actually longer than both the Maxx V1 and the V2, and sure enough, we were right. It is significantly longer than the Maxx V2 from a wheelbase standpoint. It's also a low center of gravity chassis, but it's a lot longer than even I thought. I thought it was going to be somewhere around 14.5 inches. It's a whole nother inch in wheelbase. It's actually 15.5, so quite a bit longer. The width of the track, 14.3 inches, so yeah, definitely pretty wide. The biggest question I have, and I haven't seen all the reviews yet, and I'm sure somebody will find this answer, and comment if you do know this answer. I'm really curious about the A-arms on this truck. Are they the same as the Maxx V1 or like the Maxx V2? Or are these like shorter A-arms? I'm really not sure. I mean, they might actually be the same type of A-arms from the Maxx V2 since we're using like a slightly narrower tire. I'm not really sure. So that part I'm going to try to find out. If somebody already knows, go ahead and comment. I really appreciate it. But that also gets into another thing I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Also too, here we got some of the measurements, other things, front track, rear track, ground clearance. Weight comes in just under 12 pounds. That's interesting. Height, just under 10 inches. So we'll keep on rolling. And then we got the speed chart here. So just, taking a look, you got the fun zone 40 to 50 miles an hour on a 4S. And then you got your 60 mile an hour, just depending on the type of pin you're running. And with 2 3-cell lipos, of course, you're pushing huge power. Cool stuff there. More images. And I think that's it for the page. So done talking about the rundown. Let's go ahead and jump into my initial thoughts. All right, this is going to be a quick section. My initial thoughts, I'm happy that this truck is real. I know we did a lot of speculating over the last 4 days and weren't sure if it was real, or I know I was coming out with like, is it AI generated image? All of that proved to be false. This is actually a real truck, and I'm glad to see it, honestly. Like, I think this is a nice addition. Whether you like Traxxas or not, I think even, more so, it's just good to have like another competitor in this realm of that kind of 1/7, 1/6. I think it's more of like 1/7 scale tile, 7th scale style short course truck. Get my words jumbled, but it's overall, I think it's a good thing. It's nice to see a new addition of the Slash, especially when the Slash like really has been the same kind of truck for like the last 15 years. It's nice to see a completely new variant of the Slash, which is cool. So yeah, as far as other thoughts, I think having the upgrades is interesting. I will most likely try to get this truck at some point and do a review, give you my own 2 cents on the actual truck, what it's like to drive it. But just overall, I think it's a worthy addition to the RC hobby as a whole. All right, final chapter. So why is this truck a good thing? And I'm going to tell you exactly why right now. So on the screen, you're looking at my Stampede 4x4, which I have an axial deadbolt body on top of it. Why is this relevant? It's relevant because one of the best things about Traxxas to me is just the fact that a lot of the parts that you get on certain vehicles, like a Traxxas Slash or a Stampede, are compatible with other models in the lineup, with other Stampedes, other Rustlers, other Slashes, things like that. All of that matters because you're able to kind of mix and match parts and to get different style vehicles that wouldn't be coming out of Traxxas's lineup, but you're able to customize and make your own kind of stuff. And to me, that's always been one of the appeals of Traxxas, is just that parts compatibility across the different models in the lineup to help get the look that you're trying to achieve. So like my Stampede here, this is it's a Stampede 4x4 or a Haas. It's essentially the same vehicle. But one of the things I considered doing on this vehicle was adding a Traxxas Slash front bumper and a Slash rear bumper and adding a bigger body to fit, so basically to extend the bumpers out to fit a different body. And that's only possible when you have that parts compatibility between the models. And so that's on the Slash and Stampede model lineup, where they all have essentially the same type of tub chassis. And that's why I'm so excited about this truck, the Maxx Slash, because we're now adding another model variation to the Maxx chassis lineup. So it's not just the Maxx V1 and the Maxx V2, it's also the Maxx Slash. And if you think about it, what you're getting out of this new model variation adding to the lineup is not just the extended chassis and the LCG chassis, but you're getting a whole different front bumper setup. So if you have like a Maxx V2 or a V1, you can add, most likely you're going to be able to add this Maxx Slash bumper if you want to, or the rear bumper, or if you want to add like the clipless body system, I would imagine that's probably compatible too. The battery system, if you go with the different chassis. So like the upgrades, I guess is what I'm trying to say, are almost endless. Like you're able to kind of mix and match parts between the Maxx Slash and the regular Maxx V1 or V2 to get the desired look that you're trying to achieve. So those are my final thoughts on it. I hope you guys got something out of this video. Trying to keep it short and sweet. There's plenty of review videos out there. I'll do my own review at some point. But for just this video, just wanted to give my initial thoughts and why overall I just think it's a good thing. So if you enjoyed it, please smash the like button. Please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video.